Hi, this is Norman Kochnick here yet again on the streets of Coogee Bay Road in Coogee, talking to people about the upcoming Icc T20 World Cup here in Australia for 2022. I have Dom here. I'll try to shake his hand. How are you, Dom?
Good, thank you.
Good. Now, you love your cricket?
I do.
You do? All right, we've got a World Cup starting as of basically today, actually. Sri Lanka are playing, I think, Namibia. Who's your favourite World Cup team, and also who's going to win the World Cup?
So I grew up in England, but I'm recently become an Australian citizen. But I can't stand the Aussies at cricket. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it's going to be England, and Reece Topley, my old school friend from England, is going to take some wickets and win England the World Cup.
Well, there you have it. Dom has just opened up about his mate from school. Was it from school?
Reece Topley.
Yeah, Reece Topley, amazing. Their left arm opening bowler, amazing player. So Dom's going for both his favourite team is England and also England to win the World Cup. Thanks, Dom.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Have a good one.
Yeah, thank you too. Hi, it's Norman Kochnick here again on Coogee Bay Road in Coogee, asking people who are passing by about the World Cup, the Icc T20 World Cup, which is happening in Australia starting today. So I've got a young man here called Aditya. Nice to meet you, Aditya.
Nice to meet you.
So, what's your background?
I'm a Kiwi and Indian as well.
Oh, you're Kiwi Indian, okay. So, we've got the World Cup, as you know, happening literally today. I think Sri Lanka are playing Namibia.
Yeah.
Who's your favourite team and who's going to win the World Cup?
So the Blackcats are my favourite team, and I think they'll win the World Cup.
Right, so Aditya here is saying that the Blackcats is his favourite team and they're also going to win the World Cup. Well, let's see how they go. They're in the Super 8 or Super 12 at the moment, and they're going to be certainly a force, aren't they?
They will be.
There you go. Aditya's certainly a New Zealand fan. How long have you been in Australia for?
3 years.
Right.
Yeah.
But your heart's still New Zealand.
Yeah, and I don't think that'll change.
Yeah, that's not going to change?
No.
Okay. Thank you very much.
It's good to talk to you.
Thank you. This is Norman Kochnick, Marks on Cricket.
Hi, it's Rupakshi Sharma from Eyes on Cricket, and as you know, ICC World Cup is happening here. So today we got, what's your name?
Harry?
Harry. So Harry, I would like to ask you 2 questions. Which is your favorite team and who do you think gonna win the World Cup?
My favorite team, India.
Yeah.
Yep. But there's 80% chance for India to win.
Yeah.
But I'm more confident about New Zealand. Yeah, this time. But let's see what is going to happen this time. I don't know. I'm not sure.
So Harry is confused between 80% he's going for India and 20% he's still supporting New Zealand. Let's see, guys, who won the ICC T20 Man World Cup. Thanks.
Hi, it's Norman Kochnick here on the streets of Coogee Bay Road, of course in Coogee. Here again talking to a lovely bunch of people who have an interest in a particular country who are involved in the World Cup, the Icc T20 World Cup of 2022. Hi, what's your name?
Hi there, Michael.
Michael, nice to meet you, Michael. What's your name?
Stuart.
Stuart?
Yeah.
And
Rory.
Rory? And Siobhan. Okay, now these lovely people, I think they've got a good chance that they go for a particular side that's in the World Cup. There are 16 teams, but your team, what's your team? Who do you think is going to win the World Cup and who's your favourite as well?
Favourite would have to be Ireland. Definitely an easy win for us, I think.
What about yours?
Yeah, I agree, Ireland.
Ireland?
Yeah, have to support the Irish boys. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Team Ireland.
We've got 4 people here voting for Ireland. If they don't win, they're going to be very upset. So they've been. Do you realise they've been playing around the corner here? They're very regular.
Last week.
Did you really? Okay, there you go. So they're great supporters. They're going to be here watching Cricket Ireland get through to the Super 12 and hopefully win the whole thing. What do you reckon?
Yeah, definitely.
How about we get a little rejoice? If you win, what would you do?
Straight to CBH.
Straight to the what?
Straight to CBH.
Straight to Coogee Bay Hotel for a drink. All right, guys. Ireland are going to win, as per these lovely people. Stay tuned on Eyes on Cricket with Norman Kochnick here and in collaboration with Sri Harsha Cricket. Hi, this is Norman Kochnick again on the streets of Coogee Bay in Coogee, of course. Coogee Bay Road here, a famous road. Lots of great people who love their cricket. I have a young gentleman here right now. What's your name?
My name's Ronnie. Hi.
Hi, Ronnie. Ronnie, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. And who have we got next to you there?
Hi, I'm Ryder.
Ryder. So Ronnie and Ryder here, they're both very much into cricket, and they're going to tell me, the question first is, who's your favourite team in the World Cup and who's going to win the World Cup?
My favourite team is India. I think the team with the best chance is actually Pakistan.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, did you hear that? Ronnie's actually Indian, and he's actually supporting. He thinks he supports India, but the team he thinks will have the best chance is Pakistan. Wow, very interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. But why? Why do you think that?
I think Pakistan's got a really well-balanced team. Babar Azam, Mohammad Rizwan, Shaheen Afridi, I think has been declared fit. So I think with that kind of strength and depth in their squad, they've got a pretty good chance actually. So.
You know what? That's a great thought. And actually, they're likely to be in the Super 12. Oh, sorry, they're in the Super 12, but in the Final Four as well, aren't they? And likely to win.
Yeah, I definitely think that they've got a really good shot. So yeah.
There you go. Ronnie thinks Pakistan. What do you think, Isaac?
They're good, but I will not admit it.
Please do.
Huh?
Say who you think.
Pakistan, they're good, but I will not admit it.
Okay, all right. You will not say. Okay. So Isaac's saying she thinks Pakistan are good, but you're thinking India, aren't you?
No, Bangladesh is that's the team I go for. But look, they're not going to win at all. But I support them anyway.
Okay, so Ryder supports Bangladesh, but who do you think is going to really win?
Pakistan.
Pakistan, and another person who you're Indian, aren't you, Ryder?
No, I'm Bangladesh.
Oh, you're Bangladeshi. So Ryder's Bangladeshi, Ronnie's Indian. He's going to support his team India, but he thinks Pakistan will win. And Ryder, who's Bangladeshi, who the heart's with Bangladesh, but your head is with Pakistan.
No comment on that one.
Okay, so they're both going to Pakistan. This is remarkable.
No one's going for Pakistan.
Well,
We're not supporting Pakistan.
No. I'm glad they cleared up. They're not supporting Pakistan, but they think Pakistan's going to win. That's quite incredible. It's very interesting indeed. Thank you for your time.
No worries. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you too. This is Norman Kochnick here for Eyes on Cricket with Norman Kochnick. Hi, it's Norman Kochnick again on the streets of Coogee Bay Road here in Coogee, talking to people about the Icc T20 World Cup of 2022, which is happening as of today. We're going to ask a lovely gentleman here his thoughts. John, nice to meet you. This is Norman.
To meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So, John, in terms of who's going to win, first of all, who's your favourite team in the World Cup and who's going to win this ICC T20 World Cup?
All right, two great questions, mate. Obviously, being Australian, we're backing the Aussies to win the T20 World Cup and defend their title. In terms of who will win, well, you know, I think England's looking pretty good, to be honest. They touched the Aussies up a little bit the other week, and if it wasn't a washout in Canberra, it could have been three in a row. So look out for England.
There you go. John is obviously his heart's with Australia, but his head's starting to move towards England. Correct?
Correct, mate.
Well, very nice to meet you, John.
You too, mate. All the best.
Norman Kochnick, Eyes on Cricket with Norman Kochnick.
Thank you.
Hi, it's Norman Kochnick again here on the streets of Coogee Bay Road, which is, of course, in Coogee in Australia. We're here talking to people about the ICC T20 World Cup 2022, which is happening around Australia. I have two lovely people, in fact, three lovely people here. Hi, this is Jason, is it?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice to meet you, Jason.
You too.
And Ethan, say hello.
Hello.
But I have a third member here. But look down here. Who have we got here?
This is Loki.
Loki. Loki, can we see Loki? Then good. We'll get Loki's opinion later. All right. So, Jason and Ethan, who's your favourite team in this ICC T20 World Cup?
It has to be Australia.
Of course.
Has to be, yeah.
Who's going to win?
Who's going to win? England.
Wow, there you go. Australia is his favourites, but England's going to win. Ethan, very quickly, who do you think is going to win the World Cup?
Australia.
And they're going to win. Are they your favourites as well?
Yeah.
Great. All right, Ethan, come along here. And quickly, Lockie, who are you going to go for? He's had a lick. I think he licked when I said Australia, so you're going to think for Australia too. I hope so. All right, guys, stay tuned. Eyes on Cricket with Norman Kochnick. We've got lovely Ethan there and Jason and young Lockie. Hearts with Australia. Hearts with Australia, and also your head's with Australia, but yours is with England. So there you go. All the best. Eyes on Cricket with Norman Kochnick. Stay tuned. Hi, this is Norman Kochnick here yet again on Coogee Bay Road in Coogee, and I've bumped into one of my favourite gentlemen on earth. In fact, he's a Mr. Coogee as far as I'm concerned. How are you, Brad?
Not bad, Norm. How are you, mate?
I'm very good, Brad. You've been on a number of my videos. In fact, we've kicked goals every time you're on, so your views are invaluable. We need to work out. There's two World Cups. There's a Cricket World Cup and a Rugby League World Cup. Let's start with the cricket. Who do you think's who's your favourite and who's going to win?
Well, Australia. I mean, I'm very, one-eyed Aussie. But, so really, it should be interesting anyway.
Oh yeah. So Brad's both obviously supporting for Australia and thinks Australia's going to win. So his thoughts on the ICC T20 World Cup here in Australia, which is happening as we speak. This is Norman Kochek from Eyes on Cricket. I'm also going to talk to Brad about the Rugby League World Cup, which is also happening. We've had a couple of games, haven't we?
We have. Well, yeah, my team, the South Sydney Rabbitohs, have got quite a few players competing in the World Cup. You know, we've got all Australia, Samoa, Tongans, all the different Papua New Guinea, even Alex Johnston's in Papua New Guinea,
and England,
and England, and how can I forget Tom Burgess? But so anyway, I think Australia will win it, but it's a bit lopsided, the score lines.
Yeah, it is lopsided. I think England won 60-6 or something against Samoa, and they've won 42-8. Australia beat Fiji. Didn't they?
Yeah, that's it.
I think it's early form, though. We don't know because, quite frankly, when it comes to the World Cup, it's only the early stages. They could get their act together towards in Samoa, couldn't they?
Yeah. They could. Yeah, but there's some good players in each squad.
Yeah.
It should be interesting anyway. Good entertainment. But you know what? Back to the NRL Grand Final, mate. Honestly,
Penrith Parramatta.
Yeah, I know. We would have beaten Parramatta just as easily.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think we should have been in that grand final, quite frankly, shouldn't we?
Yeah. And it wasn't a beast, so next year, bring it on.
Yep, and Tane Mill will be almost back the first week because his suspension includes the games that he's playing for, was it Tonga?
Yep.
Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah.
I met Tane Mill the other day, actually, with Nico Hines, and I had a chat to them both. Tane Mills was in Maroubra. Yeah. He was just one of the Matchville pubs before. I was bumped into him and had a chat with him. Yeah. And Nico Hines was in the cross. Nico, he's a nice guy actually. Yeah. But Tane Mill was remorseful because he couldn't play, but now it's been sorted. We could well be back for the first week.
Excellent.
All right, Brad. Thank you very much, Brad Ryder, a legendary South Sydney historian, knows all about cricket and football. Thank you for joining us.
Life member
of the South Sydney Rabbitohs. Quite frankly, we'll probably get higher on us. He'll probably get an OB or an MBE one day too, I reckon.
All the best.
All right, thanks, Brad. Thank you. Hi, it's Norman Kochek here for Eyes on Cricket. I've got two very avid cricket fans here who are going to tell us who's going to win the World Cup. So your name's Daniel?
Yeah.
Yeah, Daniel? Who's going to win the World Cup of cricket?
What really is that?
Well, Australia's in it. Do you think Australia will?
Yeah, I think so.
So Daniel's not totally convinced, but he thinks Australia's going to win the World Cup. Thank you. What's your name? Come here. What's your name? Sorry?
Thomas.
Thomas. Your brother, is it? Daniel, he's not so 100% about Australia winning. What about you? Do you think they're going to win the World Cup?
Anyone but Australia.
Anyone but Australia? Come.
Yeah.
Say that again. What did you say?
Anything but Australia.
Oh my gosh, anyone but Australia. That means right up, but maybe I'll tell you what's saying. What about New Zealand? Okay. Well, thank you. But okay, I'll give you another. England. Yes. Okay, so Thomas thinks England, and Daniel Heath's not too sure about Australia. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Bye. Yeah. Hi, this is Norman Kochek here on the streets of Coogee Bay Road in Coogee, talking to a lovely gentleman here about the World Cup, the Icc T20 World Cup, which involves a number of countries, in fact 16. What's your name?
Shannon.
And?
Shane.
Shannon and Shane here. What's your thought, Shannon? Who's going to win the World Cup?
Australia for sure.
Yep. Shannon's definitively Australia. What do you think, Shane?
South Africa. Even though I'm Africa, but my heart, beating heads to South Africa.
Right. So Shane says his heart's Australia, but head's South Africa, correct? And your heart and head go for Australia. Perfect, guys.
Aussie born and bred.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Anyway,
I appreciate it, guys.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you.
Thank you.